Hey everybody, welcome, one and all. The Blue Ridge Vagabond, that's Top Hat's... Oh, hey Top Hat, I see what you mean now. Howdy, how have we all been? Alright, hey Dirt Block and Tix and Sugar Muscavo and HDHD and Big Ginge. And everybody else, I don't know. Too many names, I tell you. 5 is already low-key crazy. Well, thank you. And I'm in the process of making it crazier. So, what I decided to do is I wanted to put, you know me, I wanted to put rings. I have to put rings. Rings gotta be everywhere. Let's put some rings up on this thing. Specifically here, because I can connect up this tunnel into this ring system. So like I can just bust a hole through here, and then there can be a gigantic Torus just sort of going off that way. This will be larger than Space Valkyria. Yes, it is 2048 by 2048. So it's like 50% larger. Space Valkyria was 1075. And so 1075 by 1075, like decently big, sure, but at the end of the day, you know, nothing's gonna beat this. This shall never be beaten. Oh, okay. So now I'm kind of getting, and I know there's a Torus command in World Edit. I just don't know what it is. Yeah. Do I like ellipsoids? Not particularly. Yo, that's so cool. Well, thank you. How many blocks will it be? Oh, it'll be millions of blocks in total. I guess ellipsoids are fine. I don't really have an opinion on them necessarily. I like rings more. Rings are cool. Even though rings are supposed to not be cool. Or whatever. Did he just say rings are cool? No, he said rings are stupid. Cool. I can't help but think about that Futurama episode every time I see or think of the word ring. So, what all have you all been up to since this weekend? I myself have just mostly been blazing through White Knuckle again. I'm just enjoying the hell out of White Knuckle until it gets its update. Highly recommend that game, by the way. Is the ring going to be like Rainbow Road? Maybe, kinda, but it won't be rainbowy or anything like that. It'll just be, I don't know, a tube through which one can travel. We'll worry about the particulars another day. Hey, Elmo, thank you so much for the donation. Pain? What's so painful? Resident Evil Veronica or something else? Oh. I hope your pain heals. Yeah, same. Speaking of pain, I've had this really annoying canker sore in my upper part of my lip for the last few days. I've been trying to apply hydrogen peroxide to it to like kill off the bacteria or whatever. Try to disinfect it to get it to heal. This son of a bitch doesn't want to heal. It feels really bad. It stings so much. Oh, Mario World. Oh, you play Mario World. Neat. When is the last time I played Mario World? Wait. I don't remember. It would have had to have been when I got my 3DS for the first time. Because, the Virtual Console, you know, I noticed, oh yeah, that's on VC. That had to have been like 2018. Good God, it's been so long. Elma had to stop donating for a while. That's okay. I don't expect a donation from anyone for any reason. So if you do donate, I'm more than happy. Thank you so much, Elmo. You're so cool. It really takes 5 days for them to get away. They suck. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. The canker sore. It takes upwards of like a week and a half for me. If I'm lucky and I can like clean it out, because I'm fairly certain that it's caused by bacteria, because you know your mouth is full of bacteria. And so what I do is I take a cotton swab and I coat it in hydrogen peroxide, and then I stick it up in there and I sort of rub it around, and I fight with the pain in order to get the little bastard disinfected. And then over time, it just sort of numbs and it goes back to normal. Bit late here in Europe. I'm sorry, Tokyo Manji. That's okay. Don't worry. Wednesday, Thursday is European time for streams. So don't feel bad. You have not been forgotten. You'll have your chance. How many blocks on this server you're not going to need to build on 2B2T? For example, blocks that you are not going to see from the outside. Oh, I see. You're not going to see probably the inside of this Torus, although... Shit, I messed up. You're probably not going to see... There we go. There's a ton of stone here. So, like, this is all filler material. It's all solid stone. I'm gonna, like, carve into all this eventually and make rooms and stuff. So it's not like you're necessarily not going to see it, but it isn't mandatory, I guess. And then everything underneath, so this is all pack.png land. So, like, there is a solid deep slate tile flooring here that sort of separates pack.png from, you know, all the filler stone underneath it. So, like, I can get rid of all that, no problem. There are going to be a lot of things like that, I think. You'll try watching the stream. Okay. I mean, you can watch if you want. I'm not forcing you. I appreciate it if you watch. But, you know. Don't feel bad, in other words. Yeah, you have to sleep. I understand. Where's the bedrock comet? I know, right? Bedrock, heavy air quotes. Well, it is just over here. You can see it right there. It is dragon egg flavored obsidian, crying obsidian, and black concrete. Idea given by Sugar M. Moscavo. Or Oscavo. Sugar Moscavo, whatever. And then there's the inside of this place. I never really did design anymore. Like what sort of rooms or anything like that this should all have. Yeah, I don't know. We shall see. What was that? Okay. I was over here. Yay, let's go. Yeah, I know, right? It's only been a few months. Well, not a few months. It's been a bit longer than a few. Hello, Mr. Roscoe. How are you? Okay. I'm going to assume... There we go. So here to here. I should have been using the global mask feature. And again, I know there is a Torus formula. Like there's a generate function that creates a Torus, and you can make it give you whatever diameter Torus you want, but like I don't know how to fucking do that. it's a convoluted formula to have to try and figure out. And so, like, my brain is just like, well, I know how to make a giant hollow torus this way. And this way will get me the results that I want, you know? So I ain't worried about it. I hate that it is, sadly, that complicated, but oh well. Could be worse. I could try Axiom, yes I could, but I don't want to learn a new program. I'm comfortable enough with World Edit. I don't want to... I don't really know what Axiom is capable of, if it's like easier to make stuff happen like I want. Whoops. Or if I would have to like learn an entirely new user interface, which I suspect I would. It's just a mess, you know, it's just a mess. Learning anything new is a bit troublesome nowadays for me. Yeah. Here we go. I thankfully only need to generate like a fourth, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I missed a blob back there, I can tell. But yeah, I only need to make like a fourth of the thing anyway. Hello, Moops Boops. How are you? Yeah, I think that'll work. I like the giant torus idea, like the tubes or something. I might put more buildings of some kind out here. Because, like, between that corner and the inner corner point of the star, ignoring this building, this is just like a sample building for the sake of, I don't know, just because I thought it looked cool. Also, I'm going to, like, put more over in there somewhere. And so for this to work out, I want to put, like, more stuff in the middle here, because this is a giant empty space. And giant empty spaces are bad. Kinda. Hello, Cheetah. Learning curve for sure, but also the more you have a negative visualization of it, the harder it will be to learn. Oh. Benefits outweigh the cons, but make your style work anyway. Yeah, that's true. When this gets made on Tubi, you can make a locked map of it, getting built over time. Ooh, maybe I should. But then I've already gotten offers from people who've seen this and want to build it, even though it's not even remotely done yet. They want to use like printer and bots and all sorts of other stuff to get it done. And I basically had to tell them, you know, it's a cool idea, but it isn't ready yet. And I've kind of gotten, you know, like I said, I got bit by the bug, as it were. To try and try to make more of this. And yeah, like I don't want to leave it alone, like undone or unfinished. Can we see more of the main star? Sure. Sure thing, Jesus. Give me one moment. Let me patch this hole. Okay, am I even in the right area? Okay, there we go. I'm not even to the halfway point of the 1/4, so I'm not even at the 1/8 point. Yikes. The Clippy profile. Hello, Heims. Is it Heems or Heims? I don't know. Here's what I say, a good piece of comparison between Axiom and World Edit. Axiom is great for specifics and intricacy in builds. World Edit is better for the general shaping. Yeah, I see. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Because, like, this star was very difficult to pull off otherwise. I think it'd be doable, though. I said it right the first time, Heims. Okay, cool. Glad to have you here, Heims. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of did this wrong. Just a little bit wrong. Just itsy bitsy bit wrong. It's gonna make it a little tough to get it right. Basically, I kind of just need to, like, erase. Yeah, I just need to get rid of the cobbled deep slate. It ain't gonna work the way that it is. It's fine, it's just, it could be better. What's wrong with it? Well, I've kind of screwed up in that I didn't really give it, like, I didn't mask. So gmask. So I have a command called global mask. And what that command does is it specifies that all of my commands will only affect that material type. There we go. So basically, I goofed up. But that's okay. I can go and redo it. Where's the middle? There he is. Wow. Okay. There is line glass, colored, cobbled. Ah, there we go. Hollow cylinder of glass, 1,000 blocks radius. There we go. 1 block tall. Okay. That fixed my mistakes because I had made several mistakes and I was trying to ignore them. But it ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna have to. There we go. Just gonna have to fix it. There's no getting around that. Okay, so from like right here onward. All right, so from here onward is where. So I only need 1/4. So I only need 1/4 of this radius in order to create as much as I need. That is 10 million, or no, 1 million. Okay, replace glass with air. Do I make a backup? Reasonably often, though I haven't built on this in a while. There we go. If I end up needing to, I can just like... I can go back to an older version of this. And I've given this save out to 1 or 2 more people. So it's possible to get the copy from them that I've sent, as it would be a backup before I made any progress or did anything. It'll be fine, in other words. Hello, Ricardo Molina. How are you? You're back. Welcome back, Penguin. So yeah, basically I'm just going to be abusing the principles of circles. Where's... okay, here. Place air or glass with air. Hey, it's been a while since I've watched your live stream. Oh, well, welcome back, Leo Terry. Bet this would be absolutely monumental comeback from the last one. Well, I hope. Okay, so I only need 1/4 of the circle. I know I've said that like a million times, but... okay, yeah. This is where I... whoa. Started. Okay, so that over there is just like a ghost. That should be fine. Okay, Leo, check community posts for dates and times. Yes. Quick question, what's better, Slim Jim or Jack's Links? I've never had Jack Link's beef jerky, so I don't know. I've had a Slim Jim a few times. It's fine. I would go with the Slim Jim, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's what, 63 blocks long, so that's 62 plus 1, so that's 31, okay. Do 31. So 32, so like right here onward. Okay, so we need this to be 32 blocks long. Thing over here should be 32 blocks long as well. Thanks. Okay. Yeah, I rely on the For You page as well. I think everybody does, just about. The For You page is like gospel. You know what I mean? 32 exactly. Okay. Hell yeah, we are on the right track. You know what I mean? Like, it is just such a powerful thing to be on the For You page. Okay, where is it? Bam. All right. Perfect. Now, technically, these bits, you know, they have ends and stuff to them, so I have to kind of make sure the butt ends of these cylinder, or these Torus segments, like, make sure they line up and stuff. It'll be a bit of a pain, but I think it'll be worth it. Hello, Sumi. YouTube recommendation is goated. Yes, I know. If you can get into a recommendation through people's, you know, For You pages, especially the first 10 to 15 thingamabobs there, you're in good shape. The problem is there are a million billion other people trying to do the same thing, and it's a bit of a nightmare, to say the least. Oh shit, wrong one. I can't tell you how many awesome things over the years I have found via the For You page. Problem is, you know, I will almost never be on anybody's For You page save for a handful of people. So like, it's just is what it is. Feels bad, man, but like, I don't know. Thought of using Distant Horizons to map out and make big bases. I use Bobby instead of Distant Horizons. I like Bobby better because it's actually saving and showing me the chunks off in the distance. So like, Bobby lets me have a 48 chunk render distance. Admittedly, Distant Horizons can go farther, but Distant Horizons beyond a certain point has to really approximate what it's looking at, and it can't show me good detail like this, you know? Like, I don't even know what Distant Horizons would do for some of this stuff. It's fine, it's just not... It ain't my cup of tea. Okay, so we got that. Then this. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Wonderful, but also terrifying how the For You page knows how well you want what you want. Yes, the algorithm is not just magical, it's fucking psychic. And it's like, there's no way that the people who run things and influence things don't have some sort of man on the inside or some sort of, maybe exploit isn't quite the right way to put it, but a method of determining, you know, how to get their shit on the front page. You know, there's got to be like, it can't be luck, and I know there's a studying element to it, but I just know there's also a there's something else going on. It isn't just like, oh, I know the algorithm inside and out. Which version am I on? I'm on 121.4. Love this build? Well, thank you. I like it too. I like it too. Can I release a temp world download? I've only given it out to like 2 or 3 people, and only because they promised to do things to like help further it. But it isn't ready. Like, it's just not up to snuff yet. When I get there, I'll get there. And, you know, I don't tend to give out worlds and downloads and schematics of things. Not until they're ready, that is. Just because, like, I'm also a perfectionist that way. The farmland haven inside the glass dome reminds you of the film The Creator. Ooh, okay. In that one scene, the Nomad atmospheric orbital space station. Ooh, that sounds awesome. It's meant to evoke Valley of Wheat vibes. And also, I've just shamelessly stolen the world download of pack.png. So, like, the entire world. Very good film, okay. Valley of Wheat's your favorite? Yes, it's one of my favorite, too. I just never really got the chance to, like, do anything with Valley of Wheat type stuff. And also, everybody and their brother has gone about trying to restore the Valley of Wheat or to make their own copy or whatever, and I'm like, I gotta do something more original. Oh, Karma Coin, thank you. All2B, please send me your Gap dubs. Well, I don't know how effective of a plea that's gonna be, but I appreciate your donation anyway, Karma. I don't have any dubs of Gaps, however. I have a box in my ender chest, and that's about the end of how much I got. I'm extremely frugal with gaps, though. I don't really tend to eat them a whole lot if I don't need. I feel like we probably should have a dupe. You know? Like, I just get this feeling that, like, it's gotta happen, you know? Like rain in a desert, you know? It has to happen eventually. I don't know. It's crazy. It's just the lack of dupe for the last 2 almost years. It's really something. What are we out? 7 days? 8 days? Yeah, we're 8 days out from the 2-year anniversary of the update to 1.19. So, like, we're going on 2 years and no dupe. I mean, that isn't the longest period of time we've not had a dupe for, but it's getting there, you know? Time's only going to tick farther and farther and farther out, and, I don't know. Oh, that's tasty, tasty Coca-Cola. There aren't any gap farms. No. It's not possible to farm them. Gone are the days where we could produce gold and through a gold farm or something like that, and from there produce gaps in absurd amounts. I don't know. It just is what it is. Like, maybe what I've said earlier, I've said before, is true, and that there will never be another big bad public dupe for a very long time. But that it's a good thing for 2B2T to not have any dupes of any kind. Like, maybe that's the right thing? I don't know. I'm constantly trying to find the right answer. Like, are dupes bad or are they good for 2B? Like, I don't know. Does it cheapen the experience? Does it not matter at all one way or the other? Is this not a moral... Or not, it's not a moral issue, but, like, is this just not an issue at all? I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. It isn't like dupes have a moral component to them. They don't. There's no such thing as a moral or immoral dupe. Just that I am curious. Super Mega Base still up? Yeah. Well, now, it's not been a year. The Mega Base that I've been working on lately has only been up for about 2.5 months. Well, maybe not even 2.5, maybe just 2. But anyway, in the meantime, I've been working on that how to build video. Today I was getting some B-roll footage for stuff. Created a gigantic 30-minute long replay file. Or, well, 30 minutes of video. And that's like replay mod raw footage, so that shit's like absurdly overblown. Jack does not have a life, he only plays Minecraft. More or less, yes. That is my life. And I don't really care if that's something people like or hate. I enjoy the game, I enjoy what I do. I'm enjoying myself, you know? Maybe you should consider enjoying yourself too. However it is you do that. So I have a movie you should watch. It's called Law Abiding Citizen, starring Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler. Ooh, okay. I mean, yeah, I could watch a movie or two. I have time. I'm mostly watching YouTube videos of, like, essays and other things. whatever's going on in the world. Hello, X Smashmas, welcome. And Leo Terry. He sure makes good builds with his life, yeah. Hell of a lot of dedication. I mean, that's just kind of the thing I like to do. I like to bring joy to other people by creating stuff in Minecraft. It's not much, you know, it's a small thing. It isn't super impactful in the grand scheme of things. It's not like, you know, I'm not battling climate change. I'm not out there saving the whales. I'm not preserving the rainforest. I'm not preventing war in Ukraine or, you know, fighting to bring an end to it or whatever. Like, I'm not doing these big, bad, you know, impactful things. But at the same time, I also don't think you can achieve many, if any, of those things I just listed. But I can sure as hell bring joy and happiness to other people through small things like this. I can just enjoy myself, you know? Like, that's an option too. Don't do it, Pingling. Don't do it. Before 2B, did I build any cool builds? No, actually. I was not really in a position to be able to build well until I got good after having been on 2B for a while. The thing that made me started getting really good at building was the prospect of having a base that other people lived at. It took me a long time to kind of think about it and realize it, but that was what made me good at building. Originally, I had for a long time lived on my own, and a lot of my stuff was very utilitarian, and there wasn't much to it, you know? It was very humble, very kind of down-to-earth stuff, but whatever. And it was after I had gotten a bunch of base mates, just sort of by accident. Like, I didn't even expect to get the base mates that I ended up getting. My base out in the millions didn't even have a proper name yet. And so, something about having other people there, it made me want to show off even more. Because before that, I just couldn't I couldn't finish any project I started. I have plenty of worlds from beta and early Minecraft, like right before I joined 2B2T. And even a few worlds I started after I started playing on 2B. And just nothing in single player hits quite the same, you know? And so doing crazy stuff and showing off to other people, that's always been something I enjoyed doing. So here I am, doing basically still just that. I gotta ask, why do you build knowing it will get destroyed? I think it's that evanescence that makes it special. I mean, you're not too far off the mark. You know, I've always been asked this question, and to that I simply say the same thing. Why live? You know, you will die one day. You are just a singular person. You will be forgotten one day, however far down the road that is. So why are you alive? Why do you do anything? The devs are the best. Oh, thank you, Karma Coin. I know they are. But yeah, like, why are you alive? Why do you continue to draw breath, knowing your end will be final, and that one day people will forget you? Well, a lot of people do it because you gotta live. You can't not live. Not really. You can pretend not to live. You can fake it. But everybody has to make some sort of meaning in their lives, whether it will go away or not. Whether their lives will end or not. Whether they will be forgotten or not. Everybody has to make something meaningful for themselves. So yeah, digital Legos is the way I do it. It isn't much, like I said, but if I can bestow upon you a little bit of joy, good enough. Hey, Jack. E-hat? What? Huh? What were you saying? Guess what? Oh, you were saying guess what? Okay. Guess what? Chicken pot. No? Can't be a Jack stream without that. Nope. I only do end builds now because of me. Oh, well, thank you, Orange. Okay, I got that. Got this. What am I guessing? I'm gonna do it. I'm a mushroom. Huh? How are you a mushroom? I don't get that. What are you... Are you taking mushrooms? Is that what you're referring to, or is it something else? Please don't actually take mushrooms, Pengling. It's not good for you. Those things will fry your brain. I don't want your Brian to be melted. No, I don't. Okay. Well, then what? What the hell are you talking about? Thank you. I was referring to the mushroom spam. What mushroom spam? What are you talking about? Nobody was mushroom spamming. Ding dong. Oh, hey, Space Cake. I don't understand. I was about to ask you that, how they randomly invited you to bases and got influence in the server. Oh. How long do you think your new build will last this time? Fuck Fino, man. It'll last as long as it lasts. I always make a baby of a Space Valkyria on my server when I get the chance. Aw. Thank you. Oh boy, I'm catching one. What's the agenda? Also, mushrooms are super fun and can be taken responsibly. I mean, that doesn't mean it won't fuck your brain up, but okay. Yes, please don't spam that, Pengling. Pengling. 10-minute timeout. Bad. The bad mushroom spam is over. Do not spam silly shit in my chat just because. Like, if you're gonna spam, at least make it worthwhile or make it interesting. I'll still ban you and all that, but, you know. Roscoe almost feels like 2B. Yeah. Well, he's in timeout. He's not banned, but still. I will get you. Donut spam. But yes, I'm happy that you make baby Space Valkyrias. That's an interesting concept. You should show me a world download of said baby Space Valkyrias. I would like to see them. It's because they've seen 2B2T. Yeah. They mistake this place for 2B2T. I am, in fact, not even on 2B2T at the moment. So, like, it's even more silly for you to just start spamming stuff because, like, don't do that. Seriously. Only mushrooms I take are stewing with dandelions. Okay. Now, wait a minute. Speaking of dandelions, isn't that like a tea? You can make a dandelion tea or something? Or are dandelions poisonous? I can't remember if it's something like that or if it's something else. You can eat dandelions. Okay, so they're fine. That must be another another plant I'm thinking of. You just pick them up and eat them. Wow, really? Huh. Didn't know that. I've never been in a position to need to eat dandelions. I think I might be able to fish up ones, but But the one I'm most proud of is on some old realm. Oh, ooh, yeah, I hope they downloaded it. If not, like, ooh. Slid the Sloth mentioned? Huh? What does slid the sloth mean? People says it tastes like floral coffee. But it's always like vegans trying to make vegan meat. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, wait. Undo. Shit. Okay, so that had to have gone there. Yeah, vegan meat is certainly strange. I know there are vegans who try to claim such a thing as possible. Kid at my school would eat them all the time. That's how I know. Oh. Weird. I have screenshots, though it won't do it justice. I mean, if screenshots are all you can have, or all you can produce to show me these baby Space Valkyrias, I'll take it. Little miniature shrine to a Space Valkyria or two. Okay, I am looking for the halfway point. Of this particular thing. Good morning and good luck. Okay. Good luck to you too, Bangus Lord. And good morning, I guess. It might be really early in the morning for you, I don't know. GG easy, no re. Re. You said GG easy, I'm gonna call the police on you. If you live in the United Kingdom, you're fucked. I'll report you for hate speech. 7 p.m. for you? Oh, yeah. Time zones are certainly something. Try to share the file on Discord server. Okay. Sure. 11? Jeez. It's almost midnight for you? Good God. Kind of a new chatter, so not sure how things work. That's fine. That's fine, Oranges. I understand. 3 a.m. Good God. Where are you that it's 3 a.m.? Things are already cooked. Oh, UK, duh. I already just fucking answered my own question, didn't I? Yeah, I know, right? Ugh. 2 p.m.? How in the hell are you 7 hours behind me? Is that like... You'd have to be somewhere in Southeast Asia, right? Or no, Hawaii! Oh shit, that's right. Hawaii would be 7 hours behind me. Holy shit. Hawaii, damn. Yo, what's up? You are from Hawaii or in Hawaii at the moment? That is a, it's a hell of a difference. Gotta hate the Censorship Act? Yeah, I know. I was just thinking the same thing. Wow. You kind of, yeah. I'm sure that you and your people will eventually rise up and defeat your tyrannical overlords. But it's going to be a while. Pro tip, you will never be able to vote these people out. They will never let you have that power. It is within their purview to ask you for rights and power when they are downtrodden. And then it is in their purview to take away your rights and power when they are in power. And that eventually you know, the shoe will never be allowed to be on the other foot. You're from Fiji. Oh, okay. Well, I was way off. Definitely usurp Starmer. Yeah, but there will be another just as bad thing going on. Kind of insane you can talk the actual Jacktherippa. I mean, I don't know that I had that big of an impact on what all you're saying, Prometheus. But I appreciate your vote of confidence. Hello, Preston. Even had the audacity to make university student fees more expensive. Oh, man. Universities, I mean, I'm not going to lie. They've always been a method of, like, churning out NPCs. So, honestly, university fees getting more expensive might be a good thing. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, cobble. No, I put cobbled. Cobbled deep slate with air. Okay. Position 2. 0 blocks. Why are you telling me no blocks in this place? What did I not do correctly? There we go. Chop that bit off. Oh, fun sort of side thing. I went went to see Naked Gun. I had seen the original Naked Gun. I couldn't tell you how many years ago. Naked Gun is a fucking scream. Go see it. It's so good. Stormer's next move is all human activities are now illegal. Well, again, these people will be in power until you oust them. And you're going to have to do that with force. You'll never be able to vote them out. That's precisely the point. They think you will want to, and so you'll flail about, you know, powerlessly. No, you're going to have to take these people out behind the woodshed and chipper them. And show them how chipper they need to be. Like, that's the only way you get rid of a tyrannical government. You will never be able to talk them out of or vote them away from power. It just doesn't work that way. If it did, Hitler would never have risen to power. You would never see any sort of, you know, any sort of need for, like, weaponry. You know, like, Ukraine would never have been invaded. Like, it's just not how it works, you know? And a lot of people are still very asleep. And until they are no longer asleep or no longer breathing, which of the two I don't know it will be, but until one of those two conditions are met, you're going to have to deal with Keir Starmer and his ilk. French Revolution, yeah, exactly, Preston. The French Revolution occurred for a reason. Was it a good revolution? No. It was very poorly managed, and people turned on each other like they were, because everybody was out for power. So nobody was able to really make any sort of long-lasting changes, apart from securing power for themselves. Okay, where did... There it is. Okay, yeah, this is an incredibly long... Necessary, yeah, it is necessary, I agree. We'll see how the winds blow, however. W Place is getting famous? Oh. There will indeed be a British Revolution. Good. I sincerely hope there is. And when that revolution occurs, you will need to also take all of the police officers who were basically just cowardly enablers of, you know, the tyrannical regime prior to the revolution. You're going to need to take all those people and get rid of them as well, because those cowards will betray you. Or they'll try to secure power for themselves. And so they will never be worth trifling with. 6 days ago, you seen on a subreddit. What would you see? Most large-scale political revolutions end in a totalitarian dictatorship. Yeah, that they do. We'll see. We shall see. If there ever was a hope, it would be the British. I would think. They certainly don't need to become 1984. The movie, The Experience. Am I making a schematic of it, or is it for fun? I'll probably turn it into a schematic, yeah. It'll be a while, but, you know. When it's done, I'm definitely going to try and build it. Yeah. Have I ever tried to talk to other Minecraft... Only the people in the 2B2T sphere. And then people like Dr. Donut and OniPixel, who have sort of stuck their heads into the 2B2T sphere for a time. Nothing super high-tier Minecraft related, like Grian, Mumbo Jumbo, Etho. I would love to talk to Etho. Scar, you know, the Hermitcraft people. They're fun, but nah, I'm never gonna get... I've kind of understood. I'm never gonna get that sort of level, which is fine. Check where it is just by link. I'm not sure exactly where it is too. Oh, okay. Like W Place is owned by a Brazilian guy. Most played by Brazilian players. I was not expecting it to get that famous that fast. Oh. Definitely headed in that direction. Surveillance over online activities not too far from Orwell's Big Brother. Yeah. Yeah. The fight raged on for a century. Many lives are claimed, but eventually the champion stood. The rest saw their better. Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater. That's the direction it's all headed in. The ultimate showdown. Trying to open this up a bit. But could I help you building on 2B? No, I don't need help, T-Boy. I already have everything more or less ironed out. What's my thought on this? Saw that someone famous on the Roblox community got banned for reporting child predators. Wow. And one predator had some Club Penguin, if you know, you know, and had 40 pictures. Oh my god. Did they get the police involved? Because clearly that is a matter for law enforcement. As for them banning him for trying to report this guy, I mean, that just shows that the Preds have some kind of in with the people in charge, and that the people in charge will also need to be investigated at some point. Like it is very much a it's a sort of incestuous machine, if you will. Like, yeah. Yes, Leos were, but they did nothing. Oh. Yeah, what is it with a lot of these YouTubers and these other big content creators becoming like this den of degeneracy? When and how did all that... Is that just like human nature? And that you will inevitably see this over time? If people are given enough power and influence, this is just kind of the outcome that happens? Like, it's getting kind of predictable at this point. Pred catcher, and he would arrest them in real... Okay. Damn. Good. But still, like, why? I mean, I've already answered why. It just... Every time this pattern occurs, every fucking time. Like, it's just nuts. At this point, come on. It's getting kind of predictable. What's the video? Popular MMOs. Oh yeah, poor guy. I saw the popular MMOs video. He actually, in popular MMOs defense, while he was sloshed, and that is kind of against the law to be publicly, drunk, he was not trying to do anything bad to anyone, and that cop was just an ass wipe, an absolute shit tier person. I'll never forget how he went, like, those cops, like the body cam footage for MMOs getting arrested. That footage got leaked. When was that? Like back in March or April or so, or maybe earlier. And that was so depressing. Oh my god, I wanted to fucking throttle that man. Cause like then he got his cop friends to like make fun of him, and I want to say Penguin Zero, Charlie, he covered this. Because when the body cam footage came out, it made the rounds again. I think he's still in jail, sadly. Poor popular MMOs. He's had such a downfall, it hurts. Absolutely haunting, yeah. The way that he was just so defeated. In his voice, you could just hear it. Oh man, I don't want to go to jail again. Because he knows it will put him further in the hole. And that his life's already in a deep hole as it is. How do you expect to get out from that? And the answer is many men don't. That's why men tend to commit suicide more often. Is exactly because of this. And it's just so... Oh, man. God, it's so depressing. Schlep is getting the Ruben Slim treatment by Roblox. Aw. Well, I hope he figures out a way to, like, sue their pants off or some shit. Get them where it hurts in the pocketbook. Because they're not going to investigate themselves and find wrongdoing. And then they're going to wield their power in a prejudiced way to prevent themselves from being investigated any further. So, like, yeah, like, this is just kind of the loop, Money and power is passing through these people's hands, and this degenerate, corruptive force tends to follow. I don't know, it's just... We've seen this pattern, He did? I think that's where I saw it. Yeah. Charlie, once again, bringing attention to the things that should not be happening. Imagine talking to some ignorantly because of a child's game they don't understand. Yeah, exactly. They will never understand because it's not their job to understand. They're cops. Their job is to protect and serve, right? And I get that. That is a tough job. But when you sit there in the back of your car and you're openly just like making this man to just be a pathetic piece of shit when he's already at rock bottom, like, come on. You don't need to kick a man when he's down anymore. Life's done enough of that to him, Just, ugh. So dismissive and patronizing. Yes, they were absolute fuckwads. Nothing is worse than a cop who wields their power with prejudice. Hey, have I talked to Bezo? Yeah, I've talked to him. Why? Most downright miserable. Yeah, they probably aren't too happy themselves. That's the other thing, too, is a lot of people who join, law enforcement are meatheads. And meatheads are not introspective people, They are the type of person who will bottle their feelings up and express them with rage, with prejudice, with violence. It goes over beyond the pale. Different to a bunch of guys, yeah. And, yeah, high school bullying, yes, exactly. It's top, top example of high school bullying, but in real life, Do I know the prison experiment? The Stanford prison experiment? I mean, I've heard of it. It's not very good, from what I understand. It was an ethical nightmare. Minecraft your way out of this? Yeah, I know, right? Ugh. Pathetic. such a dumb fucking bunch of people to wear badges. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay, this is the exact middle point. Okay. Now then. These are the type of people who promoted them. I mean, they probably did great work up until recently. Up until that point. Like, that's the thing. It's more of a... Their bad side slipped out, you know? Because everybody's got a bad side to them. Everybody has evil in them to some degree. You know, nobody is perfect. Nobody is completely 100% nice at all points in time. And so yeah, like, I don't doubt they actually probably did do good work once upon a time. It's just that they were in a position of power and they didn't respect what all they were seeing. It seemed weird and strange and foreign to them. And so they made fun of it. Like, it sucks, but what can you do? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that also happens too. But I don't really think they were the power corrupt, abusing types forever. I mean, maybe they were, but I don't know. I don't know what their, like, we would need body cam footage of literally everything they've ever done to be able to draw that accurate conclusion. I don't know. It's fucked up. I don't know how else to put it. They probably won't ever answer for that, to be honest. Oh well. See you next stream. Okay, take care, sugar. Yeah, I imagine it's getting kind of late. It's probably midnight or so for you. Could I ask him for an interview? No. I don't know that he would want to. Okay. I need a big open space. Jack, will you stream tomorrow? It's 5 in the morning. Oh my god, I'm sorry, T-Boy. Yes, I will be streaming at the same time tomorrow because Monday, Tuesdays are my in the evening streams. And then Wednesday, Thursdays are my in the morning streams. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday will likely be a much better time for you. Okay. I'm trying to get this segment pasted in. Just give me a moment. What is your something job, brother? I don't know. Whatever. Wasn't a sub 40 run, but you're gonna scream. Okay. Was Mario World that bad? Oh shit. I didn't wait, there it is. Okay. Undo. I hate to have to undo that, but I can't keep that selection there. There we go. Got to go farther out. But that's a good start. Much love. Okay. What's my real life job? Oh, I'm a content creator. I don't have a real life job. Set block. Okay, I'm pasting this in so that I can kind of get a hold on this. Blocks affected, it has been pasted, there we go. All right, yeah. Now I have a, now I have an adequate thing by which to rotate. This will work. He was a drug dealer to senior citizens on their deathbeds. Damn. You say it like it's... just the way you say it, man. I won't lie. Much of that is accurate. Just... I don't know. Just the way Ani says it is just like, fuck, man. Way to make it sound like I was evil as fuck. No, I was a pharmacy technician. I worked at an old folks home. We had a pharmacy on the campus there, and I delivered medicines to people who lived there on the old folks home campus. It was a senior assisted living facility. And oftentimes there were people who were on their deathbeds, and so we delivered medicines to them too. We had a contract with the local hospice house. And I delivered medicine there for a while, till the contract expired. And that was it. Like, but Jesus Christ, drug dealer dealing drugs to the elderly. Yeah. Statins, you know, blood pressure medicine, the occasional dementia medicine, depression medicines, pain medicine. Yeah, like all the good stuff that you would have needed if you were an old person on, you know, in the twilight years of your life. Like, of course. But, like, geez, you make it sound like I'm evil. Worse than Fit being a history teacher? No, he was a science teacher, not a history teacher. I'm pretty sure he was a science teacher. But, like, he was doing what he loved, though. Like, I don't blame Fit for being formerly a science teacher. That shit sounded awesome. I don't think it paid a whole hell of a lot, but, you know, not compared to what he does now. How often do you talk to other 2B content creators? Way more infrequent nowadays. Also, I like your political opinions. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate that. It's been only about 3 or 4 weeks since I talked to Sal last. But before that was the Oni stream prior to that, so the one in April. So, like, between the stream in July and the stream in April, it's been about 3 months, so... Then the time before that was when Sal ran Escape the Jack Rooms. So we talk every few months. I talk to Vincent every few months too, but Vincent's been way more busy as of late. People on Tubi back then know he was a teacher? No. Until he was doxxed and everybody knew who he was through the YouTube stuff, no. Nobody knew anything or cared. That was the beauty of it. No one cared. I kind of wish we could go back to those times in a weird sort of way. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad we're not, because there was a lot of bad stuff going on at those same... It was a chaotic era. Oh well, I shouldn't opine too much for the past. Being a history teacher isn't bad. No. I'm just saying he was a science teacher. I distinctly remember him mentioning that. Gotta go. Okay, take care, Pangling. You have a good one. You're tired. Gotcha. Shall be going soon, too. Okay, take care, Leo. You have a good one. Jack, please talk about old 2B2T now. All right. The first memory I have of joining 2B2T was in February-ish of 2012. At that time, the moment I joined the server, I instantly remembered hearing, because everything lagged terribly. And I was on a little crap top, so I was not good, in the frame rate department. I was lucky to get 10 FPS. And everything lagged for a hot second. And I remember hearing a "ugh" as I crashed into the ground. And I had taken about 2 or 3 hearts of damage from joining the server. And I was like, what the hell? And I look around as best I can. And it's just, well, you know what 2B2T spawn looks like. And I'm like, what the... And it's completely unlike anything I had ever seen. And right behind me, not 30 or 40 blocks away, I see a guy in diamond armor killing another group of players. And I'm like, okay, time to get out of here. And I snaked my way through this underground area. And I ended up actually finding food, but then I got found by other people and killed. Because everybody was still hanging out at spawn, and this must not have been that far away. I was never able to really find where that spot was ever again. I didn't have a hack client. I didn't know anything about what to expect or anything of that nature. I didn't know any 2B2T history. I was totally new. And I just sort of resolved myself, come hell or high water, I was going to find my way out. I was going to get out of spawn. I was going to survive and thrive, as I called it. And yeah, those were my first few days on 2B. It was painful. I remember pulling several all-nighters that first week, simply because I was so enamored with the idea of traveling. Especially once I did finally get out of spawn. It only took a few days. I got very lucky on like one of the longest treks. I was about to die of starvation. And on the longest trek, I just happened to find a bed. Just out there in the middle of nowhere. And so I slept in it, reset my spawn, killed myself, got new hunger. And I went off my merry way. Love the new copper building stuff. Oh, I love it too. I want new copper stuff. I want to experiment with a lot of that. There's this one really cool steampunk build that Copperator has been working on, and he's kind of started working on a new version of it. And so now that all that new stuff is coming out, it's definitely like, I want a giant copper steampunk city. Giant floating copper steampunk city. I think that would be really cool. Yeah, the new shelves. Shelves and copper stuff. I never expected all of that to be, like, so good. Mojang does actually still have what it takes to make the game interesting. They just phone it in every 5 or 6 updates, and then there's like one update every year to 2 years that's actually kind of all right. It just makes you wonder, why on earth they don't do better more often. They're clearly capable. I don't know. I remember once you said that 4chan at one point was actually incredibly left-wing, unlike how people tend to view it now. Could I elaborate on that? Oh boy. Well, there is this one hilarious green text that I had that basically summed it up quite well. I have the picture saved somewhere, but I'm going to have to... I'll dig through my pictures folder later for it. It's not important right now. But it basically summed up that exact shift. And that was when 4chan started, so that was 22? Yeah, going on 22 years ago. When it started, it was extremely left-wing, because being left-wing was considered counterculture. That's how the left gained so much prominence. They were counterculture. For a long time, because this was the George Bush era, for a long time everybody was neocon and extremely right-wing. That was the mainstream, save for the media. The media was always radical left and has been since like the 70s. And so for a long time they've been, pushing leftist radical agendas for a very, very obvious reason, and that is to get, communism installed. That's always been their wet dream. And so eventually they became the counterculture. There were a lot of like edgier late night comedian types, a lot of celebrities, activists, famous people, back when we still saw our famous people as kind of admirable. They're not really admirable anymore, if you've noticed. At that time, it was considered hip and edgy to be left-wing instead of being right-wing. And so, that's just kind of how it went. And so when 4chan started, everybody who was young at the time went to 4chan, was edgy, because all the young people are always edgy. You know, people want to rebel. Have you noticed that? Young people especially, they really, really badly want to rebel. And there's actually nothing wrong with that. It is perfectly normal human nature to be different from those who have come before you, to spit upon their morals and ideals, and to say, no, I'm going to rebuild the world in my image instead of your image. Like, that's just how it is. You can get upset about that all you want. At the end of the day, that's human nature. So for a time, that's just kind of how things were. And then gradually, over the course of the 2010s, Obama was a radical leftist. And I mean, he was a really radical leftist. Like, a lot of bad stuff started culturally about the time of the Obama administration, because the radical left had become way more impactful and powerful than not. And they have rotted the culture. And so we end up seeing this sort of shift about the mid-2010s, which is when Trump starts running for office, and, you know, and the pendulum begins to swing back, because the pendulum swings left and right, left and right. People don't like that, but it is how it is. You just kind of have to accept that the current general attitude will not stay this way, you know? The right is getting into power now. And now the right is going to start to become the radical right. Well, when that happens, what's going to happen? The left is going to become appealing again. And so the left will become the edgy counterculture people again. And so during the 2010s, during the Obama administration, the right was the edgy, you know, underdog, if you will. And it's always a sort of underdog mentality. Humans love the underdog. Have you noticed that? And that's just kind of how things started. And it will eventually shift again. Because, yeah, of course it will. Hello, Megamine. What a name. You doubt that? Well, I mean, you can doubt it all you want, Top Hat. I'm telling you this will happen. You don't have to believe me. And I'm not expecting you to, but I'm just telling you. Beware. Thanks, Obama. And so anyway, so yeah, during the Obama administration, when you have all this leftism kind of winning out, right? Because they were no longer edgy. They were the establishment. The establishment will always be the thing people rail against. And so the pendulum begins to swing back. And 4chan changes too, because 4chan, due to it being anonymous, 4chan has always been really, really blessed with being a center of sort of internet culture, like a crucible of internet, cutting-edge internet culture. Because it's anonymous and there is nothing but free speech on 4chan. And so you get a lot of good things and you get a lot of bad things, you know? But that's why it's a crucible. You burn away the bad and the good rises to the top. And that eventually, they will always, from what I've seen, they always end up having their finger on the pulse of what's going on culturally. And so, yeah, 4chan started out really radically left. And over time, as the culture changed, they changed the opposite direction. Because a lot of the younger people join places like 4chan. Because young people want to be edgy. They want to be contrarian. You know, they want to do things their own way. Which is understandable. It's human nature to do those things. And so we end up seeing what we end up seeing. You're spot on with what you're saying. Well, thank you. I try, I suppose. Okay. I might save this structure. I might not. I don't know yet. Shit's been in the works since the dawn of time. Oh yeah, yeah. Basically, think the 60s and before. Yes. Oh no, I've gone outside the 2048 by 2048 boundary. Oh well. Excited to see my first... Oh wait, you're seeing the first stream that I've ever... Okay, I see now. No, I've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other streams, dude. Hey, Warpath, welcome. You stubbed your toe? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you, don't stub your toe again? Very interesting. You're welcome, Liquid Rain. I will be a teetotaler between Wef, Hellhole, and Hitler 2 until someone shuts down the rest. Yeah. Hey, Universe, welcome. Alrighty. Let's flip the thing this way and then paste it without air. Come on. Okay, that. Rotate it 90 degrees. Paste. I feel like I should go and check on the progress just to be safe. Oh, it looks fun. Well, thank you. Ooh, okay. Hey, the Torus idea is working. Oh my god, my cat. Kitty, shut up. Meow. 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 I want in your room. And then in 20 minutes I want out your room. Oh my god, I can hear her through the fucking door. I hate it. How do I make the Torus? So basically, I made a 1/8 of a circle, and then I used the line command with an offset so that it will basically make a... I made a... You know, I used the hollow cylinder command to make a singular, you know, circle like this. And then I used the line command on each segment of this circle to blow it up by 10 blocks so that it's a diameter of 20. And so I just sort of stacked those line segments on top of each other as they are going, you know, curving gradually around to the left here. And, yeah. Just kind of how it is. And so it's turning into a full-blown circle. Or, well, a full-blown torus. That's it. Man, that Valkyria 4 was something else. Space Valk 4 was nothing. I didn't really make Space Valk 4. Like, I kind of decided it wasn't worth it. Okay, come on. There. Rotate. Paste. There we go. All right, let me see if that did it. You're missing a lot? Yeah. Never got into Elvis. Oh, well. Elvis was, from what I understand, very, like... He was an actor only because people expected him to be in things because he was a pretty boy. He could sing, don't get me wrong, but, like... I'm not gonna lie, his style of music was not my cup of tea. Also, I've got to turn on my AC unit. Like, I'm dying, main. Bing fucking go. He was never that great of an actor, per se. Ah, Your mother loved him. Oh. She was probably the right, yeah, I'm sorry, Roscoe. She was probably the right age in the right age group to be obsessed with Elvis. Well, I was just singers with pretty faces. Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay. Yeah, the first Torus is done. I like it. Might be back if I'm not. Well, I'm alive now, so take care. Okay, you take care, Ani. Wish I had an AC unit. It's like 85. Yeah, it's like 87 outside where I am. High humidity, too. The AC sound is soothing, I guess. I'm not too big on how loud of a fucking thing it is, but I can't help it. Okay. Hell yeah, bruh. We got ourselves a ring. Did he just say rings are cool? No, he said rings are stupid. Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm a sucker for rings, so I'm going to make more. Because this first Torus segment turned out really well. Like, ooh, baby, look how smooth that is. But make vertical rings. Ooh. You're cooking. Like a gyroscope. Ooh, wait. You may be onto something, Top Hat. Whoa, 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 whoa. Like it goes around the middle, if that makes sense. Yeah, like a gyroscope. I hope they don't get misaligned. No, I've learned how to avoid that going forward. This top ring of red glass here is only a placeholder for something. It's also to help align certain things. So, like, don't take this glass to mean too much. This glass ain't gonna stay here, in other words. Okay, so that's the build limit. Okay. New Carl Jobst video. I haven't seen it. Like a Dyson sphere? That's a giant sphere, though. Wow, you can't even see the Torus. Yeah, gyroscope. Yeah, gyroscope would be the thing that would do it. I need to figure out how far to offset the next series of rings if I want to do a gyroscope styled build. So happy to witness the new Space Valkyria, yeah. You're in the right place. So the problem is, I can turn a ring 90 degrees up and down, or 90 degrees left and right, or 90 degrees, you know, flat, right? Horizontal, vertical, and so doing a diagonal ring. Oh yeah, the build height. Oh fuck, you're right. The build height would cut it off. Damn, that's right. I can't really do that. I mean, I could. Well, I mean, it'd have to be a sphere is the problem. And then I would etch out the parts that I need. I mean, I could still do that, though. Angled Torus. Would that work? Because, like, it's never... World Edit has never been good at rotating things. Yeah. Let me see here. So what I could do is angle the second inner ring, sort of like going up this way and then back down... Yeah, orbits of planets. It's similar. It's very similar. Maybe a 30-degree tilt would be a good idea. Let me try. Good to see this build being worked on. Well, yeah. I've been given the itch to work on it again. Okay, rotate 0, 30, 0. Note, interpolation is not yet supported, so angles that are not 90s, or not multiples of 90 is not recommended. Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, I saw El Cayman's, how would I put this? He changed the voice chat name to, 1000th something or another. Okay, where'd you go, Mr. Torus segment? Cayman's 1000th win, okay. Continue your itch of concepting Flight Out 6. Cool. I'm not seeing... I'm not seeing the segment. Where'd it go? Maybe the vertical rings between the angle segments, where do you call them? Well, it's what, X, Y, Z? So we rotated it 30 degrees on the Y axis. So I don't know that that did anything. Nor from what section that would have done anything. Come on, load in. Load in. You can do it, baby. Come on. There we go. Text is still good. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know where that pasted in, but it's basically non-existent. It probably got pasted outside the world limits. I don't know. How is your computer not dying and rendering and streaming? It's my CPU's in the 70s, almost 80s, so we're running a little hot, and hopefully the AC unit in my wall will help that. Okay, well, I don't know where that pasted, and I don't even know if it really succeeded. So, yeah. I'm just not going to worry about it. Alright, paste, what was, oh, so I made it a Gmask air, hollow cylinder of glass. We want to make it, so the previous was 1,000, let's go for 750. Height of 1. 3,812 blocks created. Okay, so this is where the second ring Torus thing would exist. If I make another one, that's where I would put it. And then 500 out. 500 out wouldn't be too bad. Biggest collection base gave him a little lag. I recommended lowering the chunk limit, drop to 30. Yeah, I should probably lower the chunks a little bit. Might help my CPU to not be hot, but whatever. Okay, yeah, so unfortunately I've got to run. We will be doing more of this tomorrow. I promise. I've been thinking about how to do this. I've wanted to for a while now to make another, so like you see how this arm, this section of the star has these gold stripes coming up through it. I wanted to make more of that, but on the other 4 arms. So I've got to figure out how to best do that. Good night. Thank you for stream. You take care, Bingus Lord. You have a good night too. Thanks for coming out to stream, guys. Yeah, I should actually properly wrap this up. My kitty is going to be mad if I don't let her in. But other than that, y'all have a great evening. I will catch you all tomorrow. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that other jazz. And I will see you all next time for more Jack streams. And I'm also going to try to have the how to build video done, preferably by the end of the week, but I can't make a guarantee yet. I'll do what I can, but yeah, there will be a video, I promise. Y'all will enjoy it. For those of you wondering how to build, it will hopefully educate you, give you some good stuff to follow, etc., etc. Other than that, y'all take care. Goodbye.